Hey, Annie, are you there? There's something that I'd like to talk to you about. You see, my nephew just told me that he was going to be getting married. Did you hear about this?
Oh, hello, Martha. No, I hadn't heard that he was getting married, but congratulations, that's great.
What are you talking about? Of course this isn't great. This isn't great at all. It's so much more than great. It's fantastic. It's incredible.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm sorry that I lacked the proper enthusiasm.
Do you have any idea who it is that Andy is going to be getting married to? I heard that his fiancé makes a solid $1 million every year. Not bad for a woman, huh?
So Andy's fiancé makes $1 million salary? Well, that really is something, I have to admit.
Not only that, but she also comes from a very rich family with lots of money themselves. And to top it all off, she even went to one of the top schools in the nation. Oh my, where are my manners? I really shouldn't be talking about how great this woman is to someone like you. I'd hate for you to get jealous.
No, it's really fine. I think it's great that Andy is going to be marrying someone so smart and successful.
You really are a bad actress, do you know that? I know that you're just boiling over with jealousy right now, aren't you? You know that no matter how hard you try, you'll never be able to live up to a woman like that. I just wish that my son could have someone more like her and less like you. I mean, doesn't my son know that you didn't even go to college? What was he thinking getting with you?
Well, I may not have gotten my bachelor's degree or anything like that, but I did manage to earn an associate's for some job training.
Are you really trying to brag about having an associate's degree? That's nothing. It's meaningless. But what else should I expect from someone raised by a single father? My Orwell should have known that you never make a good wife for him.
I'm sorry, Martha, but just what is it about me exactly that you think makes me a bad wife? I'd also appreciate you not talking about my dad in that way. He worked hard all his life to make sure I was raised right.
You really think that you could ever be raised right in a family where your mom walked out on you and just left you two alone together? There's no way that a useless man could ever raise a daughter right without the influence of a woman around. And that's how I know that you're not wife material. Oh, I just really wish that Orwell could wake up and realize that too.
I'm not sure where you're getting your information from, but my mom didn't walk out on us. My parents discussed things before getting their divorce, and it was all mutually agreeable.
But surely you've noticed that compared to other women getting married, you're woefully unprepared, right? I mean, you don't even know how to take care of a house all by yourself.
Well, I suppose someone who has never done anything in her life but be a homemaker would think that of my skills, yes. And for that, I'm really sorry, but you should know that I try hard to get better at it every day.
Well, if you want my advice, you should really try and take some cooking lessons. I think that's where you really screw up the most. So don't get cocky just because you've happened to make a few good dishes now and then, okay?
Oh, I didn't realize that I was being cocky about anything at all right now.
Well, what about when my family came over to the house to celebrate the New Year with us? You remember all the people who came, right? You must have thought it was so nice having men fawning over you, complimenting your cooking and style and looks. But you really just let that go all straight to your head, didn't you?
I'm sorry, but I really am not sure what one has to do with the other. But if you really want to know, yes, I was happy to have so much fun with your family. But I certainly never meant for it to appear as if I was taking that for granted or trying to show off at all.
Oh, please. It was so obvious what you were trying to do. I saw the way you were smiling and pretending to be so happy around everyone. You must have forgotten that they were there for New Year's and not you. But who cares as long as you were being complimented, right?
Martha, I'm really not sure where any of this is coming from at all, but I really don't think I was acting the way you remember.
Oh, please. I know what I saw, and I know how to read straight the kind of woman that you really are, Annie.
I mean, I guess that I must not be the kind of person that you like, but I just can't understand what it is that makes you act this way.
I already told you exactly why it is I feel this way about you. Weren't you reading my messages at all? Or were they just not making it through that thick skull of yours?
There really isn't any need for you to be talking to me like that.
Oh, please. You don't get to order me around. I know right from the start that my little Orwell should have never married a girl like you. But just remember that this is your fault for not being a better woman and a better wife. I hope that my son falls out of love with you and leaves you far behind.
If you have a problem, I can accept that, but please keep your comments about my marriage and husband to yourself.
You really telling me how to talk about my own son right now? You really do have some nerve, do you know that? But I'm only being honest. It's just a matter of time before he leaves you, and I hope it's sooner rather than later. And then we can all finally be rid of you for good. Hey there, Annie. I was just wondering how much longer were you going to take to finally get back home?
Well, I actually just did get back home, so here I am, I guess.
I see. Well, I'm glad to hear that you made it back all in one piece.
Thank you? Anyways, how are you doing? Did you also just get home from the family reunion?
Well, if you really must know, I actually went to a nice little family gathering today. It was pleasant and relaxing and not stressful in the least.
Okay, well, those are all good things. It sounds to me like you had a good time catching up with the family then. I hope that one day I can feel that same way at these family gatherings that happen.
Oh no, you should never be made to feel comfortable around my family. You should always feel on edge and like you're doing something wrong around them. Don't you know anything about being a wife at all? Don't you see how arrogant that was of you to say?
Was it really? I don't even know what I did.
You really are sad, do you know that? You barely helped at all in the kitchen, and you were completely useless. You humiliated me in front of everyone.
I really don't think that's fair. I was doing a lot of cooking and was only able to eat after everyone else had been served. In fact, the only reason I stopped to eat at all is because of the rest of your family insisting that I had done enough and deserved a break.
And you just did what they said in the first invitation? Don't you know that good wife should insist on working despite people telling her to stop? Don't you know of the rules of hosting your husband's family? You can't just stop working because someone tells you to. Honestly, don't you know anything at all? You really are just so embarrassing all of the time.
I'm sorry, Martha. I just didn't want to argue with your family, and I was getting pretty tired, so I thought it would be okay.
I don't care what excuse you've come up with to try and excuse yourself out of this. Why did you even bother showing up to this event when you're not part of the family?
But you just said that I was part of the family, right? I mean, you were talking about me hosting my husband's family, which I'd also be a part of, right?
This just proves you really don't know anything at all. You're nobody, got it? You're nothing to this family, and I don't appreciate you trying to sink your claws into my family.
I'm not trying to sink my claws into anyone. Besides, Orwell and I are literally married.
You think that just because you've married someone means that you're part of their family? You need to earn your place here, and it's going to take some time. And you are going to be banned from any further family functions until you've built up more trust.
But I felt like everyone enjoyed having me around. I didn't think I was doing anything awkward. Everyone was so nice to me. I thought I had finally started to ingratiate myself to them.
And just what in the world makes you think that you can be a fair judge of that, Besides, you only got that impression because, unlike you, my family knows the basics of manners and dealing with outsiders like you. But if you're just going to talk back to me like this, then I don't ever want to see you at another family gathering again. Do you understand me?
You really never want me to show up to another one of these functions again?
That's right. At least you seem to be able to understand that much. But I just can't stand you embarrassing me any longer. Now, we are going to be having a wedding in the family next month, but you are not to show your face there. Understand?
Are you talking about the wedding for Orwell's cousin? He and I both got invitations to be there. Wouldn't the rude thing be to not show up at this point?
There you go again, showing that you really have no idea how the real world works. You were going to tell her that something came up and that's why you can't show up. Are you really so stupid that you needed me to think that up for you as well?
But wouldn't it be weird if I didn't go to the wedding but Orwell did?
And just what would be weird about that? Why do you think that anyone would want some outsider like you showing up at this wedding anyways?
Martha, I think the only one who doesn't want me to be at the wedding is actually you.
Of course it's not only me. My husband says all the time about how uppity he thinks you are and how rude and embarrassing you're always being.
Are you sure? Because I really don't get that sense from the times that I've interacted with him.
Oh, so no, you don't think you know my husband better than I do? And if you have tricked anyone into liking you, it's only because you're being a little kiss-up. But I'm sick and tired of seeing you do nothing at our family reunions.
And your husband really agrees with all of what you're saying about me?
Of course. Neither I nor my husband like you at all, do you understand? And the rest of the family feels the exact same way. Nobody can stand being around you in my family, and that's why you're banned from any future family events. Do I make myself clear, Annie?
Oh yes, you make yourself crystal clear, Martha. I'll be sure to remember this.
Annie, are you there? This is an emergency. Get back to me as soon as you can. I need you to send me some money right away.
Wait, what? I'm confused. What is all of this about? Why do you need me to send you money?
It's my husband. Haven't you heard about him? He can't work anymore.
Oh, yes, I heard about him and that he'd gotten sick with something.
Well, it's true. The disease, he just ravaged his body, and now he barely has any strength to even eat, let alone work a job. That's why you need to start sending us $2,000 a month.
But I thought you said that I wasn't part of the family and that I was just an outsider, right? You told me that you didn't want me weeding my way into your family's affairs, remember?
What in the world are you talking about? Of course we're family, and family is supposed to help each other during times of need.
I'm only quoting things that you've said to me in the past. You told me that I wasn't part of the family and that I'd have to earn my way into it. That's why you told me to stop showing up to family functions or events, remember?
But you're married to my son. How can you say that you're not family when you're literally my daughter-in-law?
That's exactly what I was trying to ask you all those years ago, but you shot me down and insisted that you were right about everything. But the only people we think of as our parents now are my parents. You're the one who's nothing to us now. You're not a part of this family.
I knew it. I knew that you were no good, useless wife. I should have been more strict with you. Now look at you thinking you can talk to me like this.
You literally tried to ban me from participating in any family functions. You do realize that, right? If you didn't like the consequences of what you said to me, then you shouldn't have said that in the first place. Why don't you try being a bit more of an adult and take responsibility for the things that you've said? Because I am not going to sit here and pretend like you didn't start all of this first.
You rude little ingrate. You really are just horrible, do you know that? How dare you try and talk to your own mother-in-law that way?
I already told you that you're nothing to me, so if you think that you can just call on Orwell and I in your time of need, then that's too bad. I mean, aren't you even embarrassed in the slightest about asking like this? Besides, if your husband is really sick and can't work, then it sounds to me like it's time for you to get a job.
But you know that I've never held a job as long as I've lived. Besides, who in their right minds would hire someone at my age?
Oh, I don't know about that. I think places are pretty desperate for new hires. I'm sure that if you apply yourself, you'll find something. But I'm not about to let you start leeching off of us because you're too lazy to work.
And just who do you think you are calling me a leech, huh? What's wrong with a mother coming to her son and wife and asking for help like this? Why are you taking such a horrible attitude with me when you can see that I just want a little help? How can you be rude like this?
You're the one that's reaching out to me after years of not talking, and you're only doing it to ask for money. Why on earth do you think that I would have to be polite to you for doing that? You didn't even try to build up to asking for it. You really are such a nasty person to deal with. Do you know that? Why would I give money to someone who's been so horrible to me?
Ugh, I've had it with you. I don't know why I even bothered sending this message to you. I knew that I should have just gone to my son about this in the first place. I never want to hear from you again. Do you understand me? Annie, dear? Are you there? I just wanted to apologize for my behavior earlier and for the things that I said.
Didn't you just tell me that you never ever wanted to hear from me again?
Well, yes, but that was taking things too far. I shouldn't have said that. I guess I just got a bit flustered is all.
You mean you got upset because I told you I wasn't going to give you any money? And now you're only apologizing to me because you think doing so will get you money.
Well, I didn't think that Orwell would be so upset with me either, but he told me that he couldn't forgive me for the way that I had treated you.
I see. I actually was just getting some texts from Orwell about how mad he was that he had to deal with you again today.
He told me that he didn't want to talk to me ever again either. But I didn't even do anything. I don't deserve to be treated like this. I know that you're a good enough wife to know how to treat your mother-in-law, right?
Excuse me? You made me feel like an idiot just for wanting to get along with your family. You told me that I was an embarrassment, and now you have the gall to try and pretend like none of that happened? Do you really believe that, or do you just think I'm stupid enough to fall for this?
I don't think you're stupid at all, Annie. Please, let's not fight. That's not what I came here to do. Can't we all just be polite right now?
Oh, really? And just where was being polite with each other earlier today, huh? I don't care how many times you apologize to me, you aren't going to get a penny out of me. So go ahead and find someone else to try and mooch off of.
Please, I just need $1,000. Just $1,000 a month. We don't make enough money with our retirement to make ends meet here. Even if I were to work, it still wouldn't be enough. Besides, I still have to wait for my paycheck, and we really need the money now. Can't you just please help us until then?
I'm sorry, but it sounds to me like you'll just have to make some serious cuts to your budget. You might want to go and stock up on some instant noodles and other cheap foods.
You really can't expect people our age to live off that, do you? Please, we barely even have enough for groceries. Are you really going to condemn 2 seniors to having to live like this?
Sounds to me like you don't have much of a choice. Besides, it's not my fault you didn't plan better in your youth for when you would get old. But I suppose now you can really only blame yourself for how poor you are now.
Okay, fine. It doesn't have to be 1,000, but at least 500. Surely you can spare that much.
I'm afraid that you're really not getting it, are you? I'm not quite sure that there's much point in continuing this conversation at this point.
Please, don't do this to me. Don't you realize that you're going to be leaving me with nothing? I need money. I have debts.
Are you talking about the mortgage on your house or something like that?
No, not that. I've been carrying around a bit of debt with me for the past few years.
And just how did you end up getting all of this debt in the first place?
Well, I applied for a new credit card because my husband was always telling me to cut back on my shopping, and I didn't want him to know, and well, I guess I just ended up spending more than I expected to.
And just how much credit card debt do you have now?
It's about $30,000 with debt at the moment.
Wow, I really just don't even know what to say to that at all.
But I thought that we'd be okay. I didn't know that my husband was going to get sick. I thought that he'd still be working. I didn't think that he'd be forced to retire this early.
I see. And so I take it that you also don't have any savings at all to help pay off this debt then? It sounds to me like you're in a really bad situation, aren't you? And do you really think that we're going to help you out with this even after all you've said to me? Because it's just not going to happen. You both are just going to have to figure out how to live like this now.
You mean you don't feel bad for my husband at all? You don't care that he's ill and can't work and needs help?
You know, I hoped that your husband might have been different, but after the way you treated me, I realized that even if he didn't say anything about me directly, he would always laugh at jokes at my expense. I never felt like I was treated that way by any other member of your family, so now you two are on your own. Now, please, just keep your word this one time and never contact me or my husband again. After that, I heard through the grapevine that Martha did end up finding a job after all. But since she had so little work experience, she was fired from every place that would hire her on. As Martha tried to look for a job that she could handle, her and her husband had to sell their house and downsized greatly. Martha had tried applying to many jobs, but it took her a while to realize that the only one that would hire her would be ones that required no kind of skills or education. She hoped to find at least a desk job where she wouldn't be asked to do so much, but she ended up having to take on multiple part-time jobs, many of which ended up letting her go. Apparently what had happened to Martha's husband was that he collapsed due to overwork. For years, he had been the sole breadwinner and kept the house running by working overtime almost every day. And yet, despite his condition, after Martha began working, neighbors began to talk about how loud fights could be heard from their new tiny apartment. In the end, it sounded like Martha wanted to get a divorce, but knew that doing so would only hurt her financial situation further, and so she couldn't bring herself to do it. As time passed, however, the stress of living a life like that began to show on both of them. As for Orwell and I, we only keep in contact with my parents and almost never talk about Martha. My parents really love Orwell and think of him as the son that they never had. And Orwell does a great job taking care of them and helping out around the house when he's able to. Of course, I never wanted things to go the way they did with his parents, but I'm happy that we could still find family that love and care for us and that we can do the same for them in return. We still keep in touch with the rest of Orwell's family too, and they've all apologized for the way that Martha had treated me. They respect our choice not to talk to Orwell's parents, but still make an effort to include us in things where they won't be attending. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Christian, make sure to come home from work today.
Huh? Why?
I have something I'd really like to talk to you about.
You wanna talk? I've got a drinking party tonight, so it's not gonna be possible.
Then, when you're back from that party, let's both talk a little.
No way! After the drinking party, I'm definitely gonna be sleepy. When I get home, I wanna go straight to bed.
But I have something really important to us to tell you about.
What could it possibly be? Do you really have something so important to tell me that you would stop me from sleeping? Just tell me right now if it's that important.
What? Right now?
Come on now, just tell me already.
I don't really feel like it's personal enough to tell you through text, but Well, I guess it'll have to do. Well, Christian, I've become pregnant.
What? Huh? You're pregnant?
Yeah, recently I've been feeling a little bit off. And so I went out and bought myself a pregnancy test, just to be on the safe side. And when I took it, it showed that I was positive.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I even went to the woman's clinic right after to have the doctor make sure of it, and he said the same thing.
You're lying? If you start to bring a child into our life now, that means next year the cost of living for us is really gonna go up. Did you know that?
Huh? Well, yeah, but you're right. I think we'll start having to spend a bit more money on things. We'll need to start buying things in preparation for the baby as well, I'm assuming.
Could you just stop for a second?
What's up?
I wasn't really thinking we needed a child quite yet, though.
What do you mean? Are you not happy that I become pregnant with our first child?
I'm telling you that right now, the timing for a child is not good. With the kind of plan I have, I was hoping for another 3 years or so before we tried for a baby.
What plan is that you have? I never heard anything about it from you.
When you have your first child, you gotta be home more often, a lot more, and it restricts what you can do outside the house, right? As of right now, I really want to be out of the house working, and I have really wanted to spend at least a few more years making bank before bringing another life into our world. And yet you went ahead and made a thoughtless move by getting yourself pregnant. You are an idiot.
The fact that I'm pregnant right now doesn't have to do only with the choices I've made. Had you really not wanted for me to get pregnant right now, then why did you never wear a condom or anything like that? I'm not the only one you can be blaming for not thinking things through before acting. You are just as much to blame for this.
And I was under the impression that you've been on birth control and that there was no chance that you would get pregnant. If you could just look around and see that right now is not the time to be pregnant, you would understand how I feel, right?
Huh? Why are you saying things like that to make yourself look as though you did nothing wrong? I have no idea why you are that upset over this when you're just as much to blame as I am for this baby.
I'm mad at you because you don't have a brain in the head of yours, and you weren't thinking enough about our future together. This is the reason why I hate people that don't plan things out.
Well, if you wanted me to know the plan, then you should have told me about it sooner than today. Then I would have tried a whole lot harder to not get myself pregnant. Telling me all this now in that tone is just making me distressed.
Yeah, I get it now. But I'm just as distressed as you are.
Well, for the time being, there is no changing the fact that I'm pregnant. And that also means that this kid I'm carrying is not to blame whatsoever.
That's true. The only one to blame is the idiot on the other end of this phone.
You are not going to start hating me because of this baby, right? You're still going to love this baby, whether you're happy with me or not, right? You're not going to say things to them like you'd be happier if they weren't born, right?
That and this are two completely different topics.
Thank goodness. I'm sure that this has put a huge hole in that plan of yours, Christian. But we can still do our best to raise this baby.
But I don't think I'm ever gonna forget how you ruined this whole plan I had for us. I don't think I'll ever be able to trust someone like you ever again.
I see. I understand. But if you have anything you'd like to say to me regarding this, then you better tell me right away. If you don't let me know of other plans you have, or how you're feeling, then things like this could happen again to us.
Alright, when I get back from work, I'm gonna tell you everything about what I want from my life. And you had better not fall asleep before I get home. I'm already pissed off with you enough as it is, and you doing that would only further my hatred for you. Something came in the mail for you today, Mariana. What the heck is this?
Those are sheets for the baby that arrived. I know it's a little early, but some of my family sent them to me. They don't need them anymore, so they wanted for us to have them. It would be too expensive to have to buy everything, right?
Is that what this is? Are you not gonna be getting anything else for the baby?
I actually wanted to get a stroller for the baby from my family as well. One of my family members still has one, but the tires on it are all broken, so they had to toss it. So I just decided that we'll have to go out and buy one instead.
Having to buy a lot of things for the baby is gonna drive me a bit nuts. According to my plan this year, I would have been able to save another $5,000 or so for my future. But if we have to keep on spending this kind of money on the baby, then I'll never be able to spend that much. It's all because of you that my life's plan has completely gone to waste.
And I've apologized to you for that plenty of times now. I'm trying my best to keep working right up to having this baby, in order to have as much money as possible for when they come.
And since this is all you're doing, I want you to promise me that you'll work right up to the very last day you can stand on both your legs before having that baby. Had you followed that plan I had before, you would never have had to work while being pregnant and could have stayed at home all day while I worked.
I still think it's a bit odd of you to blame me still for all that's happened. I don't even remember you ever having these kinds of plans before when we just got married. At least, I never heard anything about them from you.
I changed after marrying you, all thanks to Mr. Connors.
Isn't Mr. Connors your current CEO?
Have you not ever seen Mr. Connors' social media or anything like that before? He has thousands upon thousands of followers on all his accounts.
Really? That's amazing of him. Is he like some kind of influencer then?
Mr. Connors is a really influential business owner. It's insane for someone in their 40s to already have their company looking as amazing as his. He's got a lot of seminars all the time where he explains his logic, and even has books talking about how to get where he is at. In other words, he's my favorite man to read about.
Is that so?
And from what Mr. Connors has talked about, his most important thing is to make sure you have a plan set for the rest of your life. He said that planning things out financially for the future isn't something that only businesses do to make sure they're successful, but something that people have to do for themselves as well.
And so that's why you decided to start planning things out more around your life, right? You've been influenced by a successful CEO.
I want to make sure that things for me in the future are perfect, and that means taking the least troublesome paths. Our lives are short, so it all has to be done in the most effective manner in order for us to get the most from it. And I feel like if I do the same exact thing that Mr. Connors does for his own life, then I might be able to close my success over to him someday. I want to become like him when I become 40 years old, you know?
You've been trying to plan out your life just like Mr. Connors has been? Are you sure that's okay for you?
What do you mean by that?
Well, have you been doing the same things as him? Like timing out when to have kids? Like, are you trying to be the exact same person as he is? And when did he have his kids?
He said that he had his own kids 2 years ago. It seems to him like the most important thing to do in your 30s is work, work, work. And once you're in your 40s, you can relax a little and then have some kids. He wanted to be able to make sure he was financially sound in his 30s, and so that in his 40s he would never have to expose his kids to any form of poverty. He's an amazing man, right? Knows all the right things to do.
Then that must mean his wife is in her 40s now as well, right? It must have really been hard on her health having kids at that age, right?
Nah, his wife's only in her 20s right now. They've got an age gap of around 13 years, I believe.
Wait, does all of that not seem a little bit strange to you?
What's so strange about it? I don't see a single thing wrong with what he's done.
You wanted to have kids when you started to enter your 40s?
That's right.
Well, when you enter your 40s, then I'd also be entering my 40s, right? Having to be that age and have kids would be a terrible thing for my health and could lead to all sorts of complications for me. The only reason Mr. Connors has been able to have kids in his 40s is because his wife is almost half his age now.
I mean, when you're in your 40s or your 50s, you can still make kids as a woman, right? And it's not like our healthcare is really bad in the US where they just let you die because you were unwell during the process. There have been plenty of people in the world who have babies when they're past the age of 40.
And I'm sure there are some people. But as a woman gets older and older, the risk of suffering some kind of adverse effect from the pregnancy grows. You and Mr. Connors both live in completely different worlds from one another right now, so I don't think his plan is going to work for you. I really think you need to rethink things when it comes to wanting to follow his life plans exactly.
Stop trying to talk to me like you understand anything. What I'm trying to tell you is that you better try harder to not get sick when you turn 40.
Do not say things like that to me.
You already ruined all my plans, and now you're gonna start talking to me like I have no clue what I'm doing?
Well, your plan for your life is just a copy of what someone else is doing, right? Really, you should be the one putting some thought into it and making an original plan for yourself.
Oh, I've been putting loads of thought into my plan, Mariana. I've been thinking about it for so much further longer than you have, so shut it. I've been putting a lot of time into making sure that things end up for me the way they did with him, and that has taken a lot of thinking on my end. So quit it with all these complaints when you have done squat to help me with my plans. You are just an amateur when it comes to this world, so shut your mouth.
But you seem to be trying really hard to make sure everything goes according to that plan, right? Are you sure you're not putting too much of your thought and time into that plan, when you could be putting it all towards something more attuned to yourself? If you continue with the same plan Mr. Connors has, then you're saying you're totally fine with me being at risk come my 40s. You don't care what happens to the babies and I?
You're just an idiot who has no idea what you're talking about. As long as I stick to this plan, everything will go perfectly for me.
You can't be sure of that though, right?
You're really getting on my nerves. All you seem to be for me is a roadblock.
A roadblock?
I just want you to shut up and do as I say, alright? But you went ahead and got pregnant with that brat now, and he's gonna put a huge dent in what's supposed to be perfect. So if you do anything else to piss me off any more than I already am, I'm gonna throw that baby away.
You do not say that to your pregnant wife. Acting like the baby and I are just items to you? Are you not happy that you and I were able to make a baby together?
I don't think so. It was not part of the plan I had for my life anyway, so there's no way I'm gonna be responsible for caring for it. All it is a waste of my money and time.
You're awful. Saying all that because things didn't go exactly as Mr. Connors had planned? You cannot speak of your child like that when this is not their fault.
This month, I'm having to pay another 50% more on this credit card than I had to last month. Is it really costing you this much money just to get ready for a kid? This is exactly the reason why I didn't want us having kids yet.
Is that something a father says about their baby?
Well, this is all your fault. Don't get yourself pregnant without asking me first. My whole life's plan is gonna be completely ruined because of you and that kid.
This is your life's plan? You stop all that right now. All you've been doing is copying everything I've done to try to be half as good as me. You're fired from my company, and I want you to go back to square one.
Hold on, who is this? It's not my wife that I'm talking to?
My name is Franklin Connors. You should be able to know your own CEO's name, correct?
Is that really you? There's no way in hell you're my CEO. Why would my CEO be using my wife's phone anyway to talk to me?
It's because I'm with your wife right now. Your manager is Robert, right? I'll let him know that you're to be fired the second you're back at the office.
What? Are you really saying that my CEO is on the other end of this phone?
I already told you I am. So please stop trying to get me to repeat the exact same things to you. It's inefficient.
I'm so very sorry for questioning you, sir. But please, why are you with my wife at this very moment?
I'll have your wife explain that one to you later on. I do not want to waste all my day talking to a pathetic waste like you, so I'll get right to the point. I don't need you working at this company, someone that sees his wife and soon-to-be birthed baby as only items. I'm gonna have you off my payroll very soon.
Please, hold on just a moment. I am a huge fan of you and your life, sir. I really just wanted to end up like you as a person, and I've seen hundreds of your seminars already. There's not another man in this company that loves you and your life as much as I do.
And those that are important to my company are not people that love me and just want to be like me. I need people in my company that are good people who know how to think for themselves. If you really have been coming to all my seminars, then you should be aware that I really care about my family a lot, right?
Yes, I do.
But you've been ruthlessly forward to your wife and saying horrible things to her, and it's broken her heart. You're even talking about how you don't want the baby she's carrying for you. I don't want to hear it from you when you say things like that to your own family. Do you have a heart buried in that chest of yours?
I just happened to say things like that in the moment. Look, I really wasn't trying to say all those mean things to her.
Someone as selfish as you will never be able to be successful in this world, and you'll not be able to move up in any of our companies, that's for sure. I'm not even gonna let you say that you're part of my company anymore.
Please, don't say things like that. I really did want to become like you all my life, Mr. Connors, and I've done everything to follow in your footsteps.
So even after all I've said to you, you're still saying that you haven't heard any of it? Well, I guess that would be the case since you don't even follow what I've said in all my seminars, that all you are is fake, trying to be someone that you're not, which might look okay from the outside, but within yourself there is nothing. If you really want to become like me, a proper man, then you gotta cut the copying crap and start making life decisions yourself.
I'll try even harder, okay? So please, just don't fire me from your company.
I'm sorry, but I can no longer have any exceptions for you in the company. Goodbye, Christian. I hope you find yourself another job for yourself somewhere else.
Sir, please, listen to me.
Mr. Connors has told me he has to get back to work now.
What the hell is going on here? What do you think you're doing?
I'd been talking with Mr. Connors about you and what you've been doing. I told him that you're like some kind of creepy follower to him. And then I explained to him that you were using him as an excuse for allowing yourself to make horrible comments towards me and the baby. Then I finished by asking him to please help me, and it seems that he went ahead and read all those messages I sent to him about us. He told me that he felt really sorry for me, and that he wanted to sit down together and talk things over about what's been going on with you.
It's all your fault that he's threatening to fire me from my job now. Why are you doing this to me? Now even Connors is gonna start hating me, his biggest fan. I'm gonna be destroyed.
It's not just that he hates you, Christian, but I think he no longer sees you as even being human. I think things from now on are going to be a lot more difficult for you.
How much longer are you gonna be staying at your parents' place? I want you to come back home right now.
I'm not going back there. I'm going to stay with my parents and have my baby here. I'm having our divorce papers sent to you, so make sure you sign all your parts, please. I'll be getting a settlement from you.
Why do you want a settlement from me now? You think I'll pay that?
The reason for me wanting to leave you is because you verbally assaulted me. Even Mr. Connor said it was a good idea to get a settlement from you after what you've done to me.
He said that to you?
And as a show of his apologies to me, he introduced me to a very good lawyer to help me win this divorce case. If so, I need his strength. Mr. Connors is a wonderful man, and I wish I could have married someone like him. He has helped me out so much, all in just one sitting.
Why is Mr. Connors being an ally to someone like you? I've been the one who was always hoping to become someone like him, and I've been his biggest fan. I'm the one who knows a whole lot more about him in his life, and I should be the one that he wants to help.
And so what, Christian? You call yourself his biggest fan, but you have not listened to a word he said to you at those seminars. He even told you that himself, didn't he? He said you cannot be copying his life's plans and should be thinking of a plan that'll help yourself and your family. Just like I had told you a while back.
What the hell did you tell him about me to make him hate me so much? What could you have said to make him think that he could become that angry with his biggest fan? I tried to apologize to him just the other day at the office, but he still stood up and began to tear me a new one.
I only told him the things you had been doing and saying to me. You just happened to be a total prick to me all the time, and that was not going to fly in Mr. Connor's eyes. I even told him about what you were saying about our baby. But when you said that to me while he was looking at the phone himself, he lost all words to say. He just then muttered that you are a completely hopeless little boy, and then took my phone from me to start texting with you.
Please, can't you get him to stop hating me? Tell him that you and I had just been in a fight and that you made me say all the things that like that to you. If you don't help me fix this, I really will be fired.
I'm not going to change how you look to him.
I had made all these plans for myself to have our family be happy forever. I'll apologize for being a little bit too strict about it. I'm sorry, okay?
Well, Christian, I also started to make a plan for myself. And a part of that plan is not having you in my life anymore. And even Mr. Connors thinks that's a good idea, since he's getting rid of you from his company as well. So, for the sake of both the company's plan and my own plan, get the hell away from us.
I don't want to. Stop trying to act like I'm the one that caused all this to happen. I'm telling you that from now on, I'll do better at work, as a father and as a husband.
There's no way that's true.
Just like he told me, I'm gonna start thinking for myself a bit more. So please, just put me back into your life's plan so we can be together forever. I won't make you regret it this time.
Nope, it's all over for you now. I have to make sure I go with a plan that doesn't involve you ruining not only my own life, but the life of my baby as well. And that's why, as a part of my plan, you are to never be in my life again. Take that empty head of yours and go somewhere else where people plan on having you around. After that, Christian tried again and again to apologize to his CEO about what had happened, but no matter how hard he tried, Mr. Connors was not changing his mind. And in the end, Christian ended up losing his job for good. It seems that after that day, his pride took a nosedive, and he no longer had it in him anymore to accept what had happened. He started to go around saying that he chose to leave that company, but since nobody would listen to him, he started to realize he was ruined for good, and then moved back to his parents' house where he's locked himself inside. After that, he stayed in his room all the time and used whatever money he did have to start messing around with stocks. His last-ditch effort was to try and make it big through the stock market. But after putting a lot of money into all the wrong places, he lost whatever saving he'd had left. With no money to his name anymore, he began to totally rely on his parents to care for him for a little while. But after that little while had passed, his parents grew very tired of having to baby him and kicked him out of their house. He left their house without even one complaint, and now nobody really knows about what's happened to him. As for myself, I happened to give a healthy birth, and my baby turned out to be a boy. I also had myself read one of those books by Mr. Connors about his life, and started to think of some things for myself based off his life. I can see by just how amazing this book was that one would really start to like someone like Mr. Connors a lot. But I'm only going to respect his life, and will never copy his life's plan one for one like Christian did. Everyone has to know that you will not have the exact same life as someone else has, and that you should never do the exact same things they do. But of course, people like Christian are not aware of that, or at least weren't, and thought they could get away with trying to copy another person completely. Well, I'm going to make sure I'm never like Christian, and will only use other people's lives as a way of thinking up new ideas for my own life, and then acting on those. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Mom, there's something I'd like to talk with you about. Are you able to chat now?
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
It's something that's a little difficult for me to ask, so I'd like you to listen to me without getting mad at me.
What have you done this time that has you asking me something like that? You're not here asking me for more money again, right?
Well, I might actually be here for that, yeah.
What? You really want to talk with me about money again? What is going on with you, Jordan?
Right now, paying for the house and everything is really tough for us. I'm really sorry to have to ask you this again, but could you please help me out a little bit more financially?
You're having trouble paying for things around the house? You are making a decent wage right now, correct? Did something happen to you that might have put your pay in jeopardy?
Well, recently there's been a lot more expenses in my life. Also, the market has really been bad recently, so the money I'm making isn't enough to pay for the growing prices. Even the bonus that I usually get has gone away. I'm already working a second job on the side during my days off to try and make up for that. But even with that, I'm not making near enough to make meets end.
My, is that right? You really have been going through a lot then this time.
Inflation has also been a huge problem for me, right? Also, taxes have gone up for people like me. And worst of all, we have a child here that we have to pay for.
But May is also working a job along with you, right? Even with the two of you working, you're still not bringing in enough money?
She has to spend a lot of time with the kids, so she doesn't have time to work every day. She might be in elementary school now, but it's still taking a lot of effort to raise her.
I see. May is always so busy around the house then. I assumed that she was still working full-time along with you, but I guess that hasn't been the case for a while now.
She would really like to get back out there to work some more, but our girl tends to get sick rather easily, so she really requires a lot of May's attention, especially in the winter, and really is too much to ask of her to work full-time again just yet.
I can see that now. You also make a good point about how Cammy is always getting sick. She normally will have something like a cold when we all least expect it, right? May must be so worried about her all the time that it'd make it hard to ever want to go into work.
Right. We've really been trying our hardest to save as much money as we can, or at least not overspend. But these days even something like that is becoming impossible for us. We have just been giving it our all, but...
I understand how it's been rough recently for the two of you there. So, how much would you like me to send you this time?
Are you sure that's okay with you?
It's totally fine, Jordan. You are all having a hard time there, right? I'm more than happy to help out with that.
Well, I don't think it's only gonna be this time, Mom. I'd like for you to send us a little bit of money every month until things get better for us.
Well, how long do you think that might be?
Well, up until May is able to get back out there and work full-time again, I'd say. Unfortunately, I'm not really sure how long it'll be before she's able to get back to work. If I had to guess, I'd guess about 6 months we'll need your help.
All right then. Well, that's what I was thinking myself, so don't worry yourself. I never expected you to get everything turned around within a month or so.
I'm sure that things with Cammy will also become a lot easier as she grows older and stronger. But soon we're gonna have to start paying for more than just her food and clothes for her. I wonder how much longer this kind of life will have to last for May and I.
Having to raise a child really does take a lot of money to achieve. Well, when talking about how much to send to you, does $1,000 a month seem like enough?
That's more than enough. Thank you so much, Mom. But will you be alright sending that much every month? You're living with your retirement funds right now, so I don't want you to be using all that up. If anything, me as your son should be the one sending you money all the time at this point.
I also have the money your dad left me when he passed away, so I'm completely fine. I will have enough money to live on for another 15 years or so you really don't have to worry about my money.
I really hope I can pay you back someday. I know that Dad left behind a lot of money for you, but he shouldn't be the only person you have to rely on. But thankfully for us, we have someone like him to support us after all, even after he passed.
Your dad made sure to save up loads of money for his retirement, and for us when we ever needed it. Really, he worked so hard for the sake of his family. I want you to learn from what your dad did, and do the same thing to protect your family too. I'm sure May is worried about your guys' future as well right now.
Dad was such a great man, and even in death, he's still able to help me. Thank you again, Mom. I'll make sure to act right now with the help of May and get things turned around for us right away.
Right now may be a very tough time for you both, but over time, I promise things will get easier. Do your best, and you'll get over that speed bump in no time.
I really am so thankful for having you. And when it comes to sending us money every month, could you promise me that you'll never tell May anything about it? Right now, she's really upset about the fact that she's not able to work for us, and so she feels as though she's failing the family by not getting much money. Something like this would just break her heart. She would never let getting money from you down, even after we just got back on our feet.
Understood. I wouldn't want to stress her out any more than she already is about this, so I won't say a word about it. But if this is really something that she's worried about, you better make sure to take care of her and keep her as relaxed as possible.
I know that. It's because of me that a lot of this is even happening to us. So I'll make sure I keep an eye on her. Thank you again, Mom. Really. I promise that May and I will both never forget the help that you're giving us. Mom, I'm really sorry about this, but do you think you could start sending me a bit more for each month?
What's happened this time? Is $1,000 not enough for you anymore? I feel as though that amount should be enough with the wage you make. And also, right now, I'm not really sure I can raise the amount I can give you much more.
Well, this month there was a large amount of money that had to be paid off on my credit card. I've really been trying my best to save every penny I can, but it still hasn't been enough. So I was just wondering if you could really help us out here.
Did something happen to make this month's bill larger than normal?
Actually, I found out that May's been using my card behind my back. She's been using it to buy things like clothing and makeup.
She's doing that when the two of you are supposed to be saving every last penny? What the heck does she think she's doing?
I think it's due to the fact that we've been living a life saving every penny for the longest time now, so all that stress has really gotten to her. She's already been having some drama with some of the other moms in the neighborhood calling her names for not being able to spend time with them enough due to money. I think in the end, she just broke and accidentally bought a ton of things online.
Is that right? I didn't think things were that bad for her.
For a long time, she hasn't had any time to go out and shop for anything. I bet she really was trying her best to avoid shopping. When I went and asked her about what happened, she broke down and began to cry so badly. I wasn't gonna blame her for anything for it.
But it isn't the best thing to spend that much money right now. I'm not saying she has to save every single penny that you guys make, but right now she should know that all this work is for the family.
That's right, but I think she's learned from this, and the next time she begins to feel as though she's gonna break, she'll talk to me first. Anyways, due to this unfortunate event, I'm not sure if we'll have enough money to celebrate Cammie's birthday next month.
Now that you mention it, her birthday is coming up, huh?
That's right, but with the amount that we're gonna have to pay now on that credit card, I'm not sure we can buy her any presents.
That right there would be way too sad for that poor girl.
I know, but if I can pay this month's bill off the card, then I won't have anything left to spend. I don't want to ruin her birthday just because her parents made mistakes. Having to tell her that we're sorry, but we didn't get her any presents this year would kill me.
I can see that, Jordan. I won't be able to give you much more this month, but how does another $500 sound to you? That should be enough to get you somewhere, right?
Are you sure? That would help me out so much this time. With that extra amount, we might even be able to give her an amazing birthday party this year. Thank you so much, Mom.
She is my one and only grandchild, so I have to make sure she gets to enjoy her birthday. But you're going to have to talk to me about this and make sure she knows not to ever spend your credit card ever again, no matter the amount of stress.
I will. I'm sorry that this has resulted in making you hand us over more money.
How's it going, Mom? Are you able to chat for a moment? I'm okay right now. Ah, that's right, May. I sent a present to your place for Cammie's birthday. Has it made it over there yet? It has, and that's the reason why I'm wanting to talk with you right now. Oh, is that right? You don't have to worry about thanking me or anything for that. I sent that present for her because I wanted to. From what I've seen so far, that present is a very nice looking gift for her. It probably cost you quite a bit of money as well to get that for her, right? Well, it may have, but I don't mind. How much did that present cost you? I'd have to say in total, $500 or so. I hear that you guys have been having to save a lot of money this year, which goes for Cammie as well. So I thought I'd treat her this time around. Is that a problem? Are you kidding me? You're telling me that you spent $500 on a present for Cammie? What the hell do you think you're doing spending that much? We are already having to send you money every month since you can't afford everything, so you don't dare waste it on our child. We're not giving up some of our earnings just for you to waste it on all toys. Huh? What are you talking about? I'm saying that this money you spent on the present for Cammie must have also come from the allowance we give you each month, right? I'm happy to hear that you'd spend that much on my daughter for her birthday, but think about how much you're spending when it's not even your money. What do you mean you're sending me money? What? I'm the one sending you guys money each month, right? What are you talking about? We are sending you over $1,000 each month to help you out, right?
Wait a second. I haven't received any kind of money from you guys. And I'm not lying when I say that I've been the one sending you guys money every month. I've already sent $1,000 in total for this month and last month. And come next month, I'll be sending you guys $1,500.
What the hell are you talking about? We haven't gotten a dime from you ever, Mom. We have been the ones sending you your allowance, right?
And I haven't received any money from either of you, okay? I've been the one sending the money each month. Huh? What is going on here?
We do not need any money from you, though. We are both working full-time jobs, so there really is no need for any money from outside the house.
But I heard from Jordan that he's not bringing in enough money for you and your daughter. And you yourself have been having to care for Cammy a lot more, so you can't work often, right? Actually, Jordan was telling me about how you used his credit card behind his back to buy a lot of clothing and makeup just the other month. That's why I assumed you guys would be struggling to pay that off. And that's why I bought that extra special present for Cammy.
I was the one spending large amounts on his card? Why would I ever need to do that? I'm a very frugal person, Mom. You know that. You're telling me that my husband has been coming to you saying his life here has been difficult and we aren't making enough money?
Yes, that's what Jordan has been telling me. That's why he had asked me to help you both out for a little while. He asked me to start sending him some money each month. You never knew about any of this? What the heck is all of this?
I never heard anything from him about us receiving any money from you. I was asked by him as well to give him some money, actually. He told me that you were having a tough time financially and that he wanted some money from me to send over to you every month.
Huh? He asked you to send money to him so he could send it to me?
Yes. I've been giving him money each month to send over to you. I know that as a fact. Even today I gave him some money to send to you.
You have to be lying, right? I've been sending money to his bank account as well this whole time.
In other words, he has been getting money from the both of us then, this whole time? If that's not the case, then something's up. Something is definitely up, since you and I have both been sending him money.
That's right. I bet that the money is being used up by him then.
If that's really the case, then he's going to get it from me. I've been working so hard to save up as much money as I can every month.
The fact that he's been hiding this from the both of us? What is he doing with all that money then? May, I'm so sorry that my son has caused this kind of trouble for you.
And I'm sorry as well for getting so upset with you before and not knowing a thing about this. Especially when you just sent my daughter an amazing present for her birthday. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it, May. Neither of us are to blame for this. The only one that's in the wrong here is my pain in the butt son. What the heck has he done with all that money? Why is he even doing something like this to us? I want to find out everything.
Huh? Are you going out somewhere today? I still haven't gotten the money I need from you this month to send to my mom yet. And when you get back home, can you have the money ready for me? I want to be able to get that in her account by tonight, alright?
I'm not giving you any more money. We are done sending her money.
What? What are you saying, May?
There was no reason for me to be giving you that money in the first place, so we are no longer going to be sending her any more money every month.
We already talked about how much trouble my mom has been in with money and all that, right? And when we finished the conversation, we both agreed we would help her, right? Are you trying to tell me that you've stopped caring about my mom? I never thought you were that kind of woman who would do that to my mom.
You think I'm the bad person here? You did a great job lying to me about all that crap you told me before.
Huh? Lying about what? I don't get what you're talking about right now.
That whole spiel about how your mom is having a tough time right now was a lie, right? You've been getting money from both your mom and I, right? And not only that, but you made me look bad in front of your mom? Tell me, when was it that I was using your credit card behind your back to go shopping for clothes, you freaking butthead?
What is this? Did you talk to my mom or something? I told you plenty of times before not to talk to my mom, right?
I went and talked to her because she sent us a great present for Cammy's birthday. She did that thinking we didn't have enough money to buy her a bunch of gifts. I was pissed because I've been sending her money through you for months now, thinking she was in a tough situation financially. Or so I thought. Well, that's when I learned that she was also sending you money to help support us. At first, I had no clue what she meant by that. What the hell have you been up to, you bastard?
No, wait, I'm sorry. I really needed some money, and I needed it so badly that I lied a little, you know?
What about all of that was just a little lie to you? What the hell have you been using that money for?
Hobby. Buying myself some new fishing gear and getting myself a motorcycle repair. There was also a few times that I've gone to the casino, I guess.
You lied to all your family so that you could get money to go out and do all that crap? You'd better stop it with the BS right now, Jordan. Do you have any idea what you've been doing to your whole family? What you have been doing to us is the same thing as scamming us.
Don't get so upset about it. I'll apologize to you for what I've been doing. I'm sorry for lying to you guys about the money I asked for, but I'll just make sure to get all that money I used back to you both.
You'll get it back to us? You really think I'm going to listen to a proven liar's words now? You've messed up this time. I'm taking Cammy with me and leaving the house.
That's a lie, right? You're really that upset with me?
If I wasn't as upset as I am now over what's happened, I might have needed to go to an insane asylum. I'll have the divorce paperwork ready for you here soon.
Whoa, calm down, alright? Is this really something you should be divorcing me over?
I have learned this time that you seem to think lying is alright to do, especially when it's to get other people in the family's money. I am not going to continue to call someone like you my husband. The fact that you're alright with lying to all of us might even mean you're alright cheating on me as well. I'm sure you have other things you've hidden from me, right?
I would never cheat on you. You're just making this bigger than it has to be, okay?
Well, no matter what you're really up to behind my back, I've already lost all my faith in you. I'll be out of this house by tomorrow, and I want all that money back that you took from me really soon. And since this divorce was all your fault, I'm going to get a settlement from you.
I don't have that kind of money on me right now.
Well, then figure something out, please. Maybe take all the things you bought with my money and sell it to get that money back. How does that sound to you? If that ends up not being enough, then go find yourself a loan shark and get the rest from them.
Stop saying so much crap to me, please.
Then how about you stop paying for your health insurance? Then you'll have more money to pay me with, right? It's not like the rest of us care if you get into an accident now, so you won't need the insurance covering you. So go ahead and cancel that, please.
Are you serious about wanting to divorce me? I think we should talk this over in person first.
You're never going to have a chance at that again. I'm already set on leaving you, so shut it. If you want to talk about anything else with me, it better be about the money you'll owe me.
Mom, help me. May is asking that we get a divorce. Well, not asking, but she's saying she's gonna do it already. I want for the two of us to discuss this all in person, but she won't ever listen to me.
I know, and I think it's a good thing that she wants to get Cammy and herself away from you.
But divorce is going way too far, right? Had I been cheating on her, I could understand, but I feel like she's overreacting a bit too much right now.
You have zero clue about what you've been doing.
No clue about what?
You stabbed her in the back by what you did, regardless whether it was cheating on her or not. And from what I've heard, you haven't even been bothering to take good care of your daughter either, right? It's all because of you only caring about your hobbies that things like this have gotten way out of hand. I'm glad she's going to throw you away.
But if she goes through with that divorce, then you'll no longer be able to see Cammy, right? She plans to take full custody of her in the divorce, and she told me she's gonna get a settlement from me as well.
Perfect. It's not like you can care for a child anyway, right? You only ever cared about fishing and crap like that, and never bothered with May or Cammy, right? You're not a husband, nor a father at this point, Jordan. All you've been is a freeloader.
Are you really upset with me too now?
You know for dang sure that I'm pissed off right now. And I'll have you know that all the money I gave to you better be coming back to me really soon. You are too old now for me to have to be teaching you not to lie, you delinquent. Are you not embarrassed for doing something a middle schooler would do?
I really am sorry about all this, Mom. Now, I'm learning from all of it right now.
Are you really sure you're learning from what we're doing? This was the first time in decades I've cried over something.
Why?
Because my almost 45-year-old son lied to everyone in his family, all so that he could have more money to buy himself things for his hobbies. You're like a 5-year-old. Do you want me to call a daycare and have them start shuttling you to their place again? I'm embarrassed to think that you're my son, and you have nothing to show for being that way. I really would like to know when you decided to go back to lying to others to get things you want.
Mom, calm down, please. I never meant to cause you any trouble by doing all that.
Then why did you do all of that? What were you thinking at the time that made you say, I'm going to lie to my wife, my baby, and my mom in order to get money from all of them for my hobby?
It was just a sudden urge.
Screw you. You are far too old now to be urged to do something that childish and wrong. This must mean you never aged into an adult properly, and I should have had you placed into an institution, right?
I really do feel bad for making you get all this upset. I'm so sorry, okay? I'm sorry for being such a useless son.
No, you're not. And even if you were sorry, you would not be enough to have us look past what you've done. And that's why I'm going to be helping May divorce you. And when that's over, you will not be hearing from me for a very long time.
You mean you're gonna pretty much disown me? You really want to do that to your own child?
I don't give a crap that you're my only child. At this point, I would have been better off never having you. I've lost all trust I had in you, so you are worthless to me now. My faith in you is a fat 0 now.
Wait, Mom.
And I'm not going to wait for you anymore. You are never coming back to this house ever again, you hear me? I'm going to try my very hardest to forget I ever had you as my child.
You're really just gonna throw me away at the hardest point in my life? I'm your son, Mom.
No, you're not. My son passed away a long time ago. All you are is a fraud who tries to freeload off others and his family.
Is everyone just gonna leave me to die now? I have no one to help me. I don't want to be alone at my age.
And this is all because you never cared about those around you. And that's why we're all leaving you and will never be coming back again. It may be too late to get us back, but I hope you'll learn from this and maybe turn into a half-decent human being. You may have gotten all the money you lied for to get, but in return, you lost all your family. After that, in order to get some money from his company, he left them and received a package. He then used all that money to pay both May and I back for all the money he stole from us, as well as to pay for some of the settlement that May asked for from him. And he did all of that without saying a single word to either of us. He looked like a pile of crap when he came into court to hear about the custody of Cammy, but I was not going to give in to that. May was able to get full custody of Cammy, and since then, he has never been allowed to see any of us. And since he has nobody around him anymore, he hasn't tried going back to work and is living life by borrowing money from many different establishments. Even when he does get himself a small job, it's only to get a small amount of money, and then he leaves that place to go back to staying under the radar. He's racked up a lot of debt and will soon have to start paying that back, which will require him to really live life without spending much at all. I think that he's never really going to be able to escape this new life he's given himself and will forever be in debt to someone. Recently, I have been getting a few calls from him where he'll cry asking me to take him back, but I just ignore them all. On the other hand, when it comes to May, she's been doing very well with Cammy. We are staying in touch with one another, and whenever she's too busy to watch over Cammy, she'll send her to my house for me to care for. I'm having lots of fun caring for Cammy, and I'm happy that May is still willing to rely on me for help. I will continue to help May whenever she may need it, all as a way of repaying her for the troubles my son has caused. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.